Hello, welcome to a tropical update, and we have a lot of stuff to track, including Tropical Storm Humberto and Invest 94L, which will most likely be a Melda soon, with a 80% chance to develop and a 90% chance to develop in the next 7 days. So we will be watching this closely. First, we're going to do what we usually do, and we're going to cover all of the storm. So first, let's look at post-tropical cyclone Gabrielle. Still at 70 miles per hour. Still at 70 mile per hour wind. I can't speak apparently. 70 mile per hour wind. So it's still a pretty strong storm. Do not get me wrong. It's post-tropical, but that does not mean that it's not dangerous anymore. We look at the forecast track. It's made its transition earlier than expected. And it's going to be a post-tropical cyclone, but a hurricane strength over these islands. Hurricane warnings are in effect. Then on a weekend, and then make landfall as a storm, a post-tropical cyclone, but tropical storm strength in Portugal. So we'll be watching that. It's definitely got a weekend. It's definitely weekends. We've seen it a couple days ago. This was a very strong storm. Now it's not at its peak, definitely. So it's weakening, which is good. Tropical storm Humberto. This one's expected to stay out to sea. And if you look at just this forecast coming out, that's concerning. So it's going to go straight to the East Coast. Don't worry. Most likely this will curve out, but that doesn't mean we should not be watching. If this takes a very southern path, we could get some storm surge, maybe some gusty winds, and some gusts if this takes a more southern path. As it shifted a little bit more west, Bermuda's moved a little bit further out of the cone, but still expected to turn out well to sea. Okay. So expected to become a major hurricane on 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. Sunday, so this weekend, and we'll have to watch that. So the satellite imagery right now, it looks like a decent tropical storm with, I believe, 60 mile per hour winds. Yeah, so just shy of a Category 1. So look at some spaghetti models now. So where the majority of these are is the track it's going to take. So you see a lot of certainty in the model here. Then it starts to loosen up a little bit, and then when we get probably to right here, it starts to get unsure, because as you see, there are some outliers. This model has it going to the East Coast, which probably won't happen. So best case scenario is it stays a little bit north, but not close enough to Bermuda to do anything. And it takes its expected path and it curves out to the deep Atlantic Sea. Worst case scenario, this takes its turn a lot later than expected. So it would, here, let me do this for y'all. It would actually do something more like this and then curve out to sea. That would be the worst case scenario there. So we'll have to see. Now we go to Invest 94. Look at intensity models. We don't get as much data on the Invest as we do the name storms, but every model it's every model. Expect this to become a tropical storm, at least maybe even Cat 1, Cat 2, and pretty decent cycle. So it says in 24 hours, this thing could be a depression to maybe a very weak tropical storm. In 48 hours, this could be a strong depression to a weak tropical storm. 72 hours, this could be a mid to high-end tropical storm. 96, this could be a mid to high-end tropical storm, maybe a weak Cat 1. And then 120 hours, we start to see it kind of go down and weaken, which is good. So we just have to be watching. Let's look at these spaghetti models. So the models are taking this straight north through the Bahamas, so hopefully it'll be okay. If it goes more west, let me take a screenshot here. Let's see. So look, so if this were to take more of a western track, and maybe even just stay off Florida and then take its curve, could bring more rain to this area, which we don't want rain to happen anywhere, and it would be best if this doesn't develop. But if it does, and taking that western path, there could be some rain to Florida, and some gusty winds maybe. Or it could take its expected path, and this is where we decide who gets the most impacts. It could take its turn more like here, could take its turn more like here, or could take that middle path. We don't know. And according to a couple models, it could just go straight out to sea here. So that's also a possibility. So I'm about to highlight an area here. Anyone, I would say probably not that far in Florida here. Anyone here should be monitoring the storm, because I think this is the possible impact zone for this. So we'll have to see. Okay, so those are your spaghetti models. Let's go look at the tropical tidbits models now. So let's look at this run. Gabrielle post-tropical out here. There's Humberto. Then this model actually has a Melda running into the East Coast. We're coming a remnant row, and this model actually has the Humberto getting pretty close to the coast, but then just getting pulled up in a front, and then eventually becoming post-tropical. Let's take this out a little bit more, and it's not showing any signs of development, maybe in this area. So it's showing. Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna make a smoothie, sweetie. It's almost 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'll do it in the morning.
It's okay. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's late.
Well, it's kind of my fault, but it is late.
So maybe in this area here in the Gulf, we could see some development here. So I think for these next couple months, we should be watching in terms of development zones. Hold on. In terms of development zones, somewhere here. So this is where a lot of our big storms formed last year, and also it's kind of off the East Coast over here.
We had dinner.
Here we go.
We had dinner, so I don't know.
Gabrielle pulled up in the front. Oh, hi, Bill. That's my dog. So this has a Melda. So it has actually these two interacting. Melda dissipates.
It's almost 10 o'clock, so I'm not making big steps.
So, yeah, there's our Euro.
I'm not leaving.
The last model we'll be looking at is the Euro AI.
Not having to make popcorn. I'm not dealing with the mess. I'm just not. I'm about to go to bed.
Here we go.
I'm going to bed.
Has kind of a Melda kind of stalling here. You can see this storm tries to interact and pull it out with it, but it's not strong enough and it ends up heading into the U.S. Okay, so we got our satellite imagery now. Well, we already looked at Gabrielle. So we got 94L. Looking a little bit more organized, still over land, no, so that will stop development for a little bit. Well, some of it could still develop. Maybe some development tonight, but it's looking definitely a little bit more organized. But it's still disorganized, but it's looking more organized, if that makes sense. Because it still isn't, because before it was not organized at all. Now it could be a little bit, but it's still disorganized. Okay. Let's look at the surface temperatures. I'll take another screenshot here. Sorry guys, I just found out a way I can just take screenshots. So I'm doing that now. So we'll zoom in. Areas to watch for development, I think for the rest of the season. Maybe give it a different color. Is this area. Because look, you got, especially this area, maybe even out here if you're lucky, this area, anywhere in here, that's where you get development. Then possible development areas is out there. Okay. So that's about all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll have another update for y'all tomorrow most likely. Thank you.